Alright, I'm back. Tonight I'm going to show you how to set up your cooktop. We already did the cut. This is a GE electric cooktop. We've already did the cut into the granite. I had to pull it back out because we need to put the foam strip on the sides to put in between the glass and the granite. I had some on there, but it kind of pushed out and wasn't working very well. So I pulled it out real quick. You can see the strip over here. We're going to line it up. We'll cut it and keep it to the edge. It's electric GE, like I said. You're going to need basically 3 tools. I've got an X-Acto blade or box cutter. This is my poo-poo box cutter. If you watch the other video of me dropping this in the toilet, you understand why it's a poo-poo box cutter. Okay. There is the... and I thought I threw it away and I didn't. Anyways, we're going to use that to cut that. We're going to use this if we want to twist the wire to get it together, just to get the caps on. I've got these just in case, good for cutting right here, and then plus to get in smaller spaces. Okay, probably not going to need that. Okay, I've got my DeWalt 18-volt drill with a Phillips and a flathead attached to it in case whatever screws I get. Then I've got my screws, all my screwdrivers, which I have all different heads on there. I've got the plate that goes on the outside that restricts the cord from flexing or pulling from the wall once you install it. I got the screws in the bag. I got my caps for the wires. So I pretty much got everything I need. I'm going to go ahead and put pause real quick, reset up, and then we'll start installing. We're going to start with the foam side, the little tape that goes on the side. Place the cooktop back in the granite, then we'll go and do the wire. This is a really fast job. So I'm going to put it on pause, get everything set up, and we'll go from there. Alright, so here's the strip. It's basically a little foam strip. It's got a sticky part here. I leave this on, measure it, cut it to the length that I need, and then I only take off a little piece that I need, stick it. I use my thumb as a guide to inset it a little bit from the edge. The closer you have it to the edge out here when you set it, what's going to happen is this is going to push out and you'll see it. You want it to cover the space, but at the same point, you don't want it bulging out. So I use my thumb as a guide and have it a little bit set in, barely anything. So the glass is still hanging over this a little bit, so this doesn't stick out. So when you set it down, it gives this room to smash out to the edge. I don't know if that's the right way, but that's how I'm doing it. Okay, get my blade, get my tape, and I'm going to go ahead and set it up. First, I got to pull off the old stuff. And I learned my lesson that this stuff pushes out and flattens out because of the weight. So it starts off like this, okay, see that? And it ends up like this, okay? See how thick this one is and how thin this one got? That shows you it gets smashed. Okay, making sure that I got it all off. Now I'm going to take this all the way to the end. I'm going to pull a little bit of this off, the white sticky part. Okay, I'm just going to go as far as where there's a little bit of space before it hits the edge, because I don't want it sticking out. In the back, it's not going to be as crucial, because you won't see it as much, but I still don't want it sticking out. And then I pull the tape off, and I only go as far as I'm pressing it with my hand and my thumb to get it to stick. I don't want to place it all the way down at one time, because then your angle might be off and you might not get it on there right. Okay. Okay, now before I cut it, I'm going to go and make sure that this is stuck, that it's sticking where I want it by pressing it down firmly. Okay, now I'm going to come in, I'm going to cut. I want to cut downwards. Cutting upwards towards me, if the blade slips, I cut myself. I don't want to mess myself up, but at the same time, it's easier to repair things than going to the hospital because you cut yourself. Because it takes more time. Alright, so I've got, always close your blade after, just in case you hit it, somebody, your kid, somebody comes by, they don't cut themselves. Okay? Think safety, you could always pull it back out if you need it. Okay, now I'm going to push this straight up over here. I'm going to make sure both sides are on firmly. Okay? So now I got the edges on, that way you won't see the gap. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get underneath, I'm going to push it up, bring it to the center and bring it down. Okay, this is how you do it by yourself. I don't recommend doing stuff by yourself, but I do a lot of stuff by myself. Okay, so all right, here we go. Okay, be careful because it's on the edge. You don't want this to fall on you. So I don't want to shake the cabinet too much. Okay, I'm going to press it up, pull it over, and then straight down. That way it doesn't move the tape. Just bringing it straight down, it'll put even pressure on the tape. That's the goal. Okay, here we go. Okay, I get like a press where I can get this up. Okay, I go slow and I put it right in. Okay, let's see how that turned out. Okay. Perfect. It's covering the gap. It's a little bit under the glass. It'll press out over time. And then I'll seal it with the silicone and you won't be able to tell. Okay, so let me take the cord out and I'll show you. So it's right here, the black is covering the gap, and over time that pressure is going to press it down. Okay, I'm going to press it down a little bit. Same thing here. Okay, and there. And then I'll put silicone and then you won't see it. So there you go. I didn't do the front because of the metal trim piece, the stainless, so you can't really see it anyways. There you go. Now let me go ahead. Let's hook this wiring up real quick. Okay. Okay. This, it's real simple. Hook the corresponding colors together. You're going to hook the green up to your white and your neutral to the silver. There's 3 of them. There's not enough wires on this to hook. It's basically your ground. I'm going to hook those together. I'm going to hook black to black, red to red. Go downstairs, go wherever you got to turn your circuit breaker off. Always turn it off. Always go check it again before you go back to mess with it. Don't touch the wires until you double check. Somebody could have turned it on, your wife, your kid, you. You always want to check the configuration and see where it's at. If it's on right now and I touch it, I'm going to shock the crap out of myself. I don't want to do that. I don't like electricity. Video later, I'll tell you why. There's a reason I'm bald and have memory loss. But we'll get to that another day. So this, always check circuit breaker. I went downstairs, I checked the panel, I turned it off. I came back up here, I checked the wires to make sure it wasn't hot. It's not. So I'm going to go ahead and set it up now.